Welcome back to the British Teen Championships preview series. Once again, I'm Jason Croxon. Joining me this week, an international guest. We have Emilia Bartsch. I'm hoping I said that correctly. Joining us all the way from Germany. Emilia, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I hope you too.
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm happy that we're able to arrange this call. I'm really looking forward to kind of hearing your experience, especially as obviously the lockdown is slightly different in Germany at the moment than it is here in the UK. So I'm going to be intrigued to see how that's affecting your training and preparation, we could say, for the teen championships. Makes more sense. So Emilia, I've got to start with the important question, which is how old are you and which age category are you competing in?
So right now I'm 16 years old. I'll be turning 17 in August. So this year I've kind of changed from the 13 to 15-year-old division to the next higher one.
So I've got to ask then, how do you feel about that? Because, I'm interviewing a lot of the masters, and with the masters, when they move to the next, when they age into the next category, it's almost giving them an advantage because they're younger than, they're the kind of the youngest in that group. And obviously in the masters category, the older you are, I'm going to upset some masters now, the older you are, the more difficult it gets, right, to do CrossFit.
Yeah.
But on the teen side, it's almost the opposite, right? Because kind of the more years you have, it's more time to have gained strength, more time to have perfected movements and skills and things. So how do you feel now being, again, the youngest in a division?
So I think it's quite nice because you get the bigger weights kind of stuff, and you get the next level of gymnastics, which I'm struggling a bit with, but you really sense it because there are like the older ones are like better normally than the younger ones, and it's kind of changed, but I think it's also fun.
See, this is I'm going to say the mindset of a champion right there, because you're sort of eager to. That's funny because I would think like, oh no, it's difficult because now the weights are going up and I'm going against stronger people, better people. Oh, the level of gymnastics is going up, and you're more like, oh, finally that training wheels are off and I get to lift a heavier barbell and do more complicated gymnastics, and the people I'm going to be going up against are better, so it's going to force me to be better.
I think it's a really good motivation.
That's a very positive outlook. That would explain why you are competing and I'm sitting here interviewing people that are competing. We've worked out the difference right now. So I know at the moment, if I was to ask where are you training, the answer is going to be at home, because unfortunately gyms are still closed in Germany. Before gyms closed, where would have been your usual place to train?
So my usual place is called Crossfit am Inn. It's on the border to Austria in Bavaria, and I kind of say it's a little gym because it's not quite a big city, but it's like I think 10 or 11 kilometers away from me, and I've been training since the beginning there.
Yeah, and when was the beginning? How long have you been doing CrossFit?
So yesterday it was exactly 5 years since I started CrossFit at the age of 11.
How was that starting that at 11? Because it's, as someone who found CrossFit, I think I was just turning 30 when I found CrossFit. But I have someone that I want to enroll in CrossFit Kids. So what was your experience? Like, how was that when you started, doing CrossFit for the first time at 11 years old?
So it was kind of fun because I was I was much the youngest because I think there were only grown-ups. So I was the only child. But I went there with my parents, and in the beginning I just looked at them and thought, oh my god, what are they doing? And then I kind of started, and it was fun.
I mean, I'm glad again. It was fun, so not put off by the fact that everyone's older than you. That what they're doing, you're just like, it's fun. I'm going for it. I'm noticing a theme coming through in all of your answers here. Now, I know last year you did the British Teen Championships online. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
And so I've got two questions about that. First of all, sort of how did you come across it, and then how did it go for you?
Okay, so a friend of mine I met actually on the competition floor, um, who is living in England, posted it on her Instagram story, and I came across it, and I was actually looking for teenage competitions because they're quite rare in Europe. And I was quite happy to come across it, and I immediately signed up, and it was really cool.
See, it's interesting because when I spoke with Emma and Mandy, the founders of the British Teen Championships, the reason for them to kind of start it was a very similar thing. They just couldn't find that level of competition easily within England, at least. But you're sort of saying, yeah, even within Europe, it's quite hard to find competitions that are really tailor made to teens. So
Yeah.
you're happy to do it even from Germany. So last year it was online. This year the qualifiers are online. Are you doing them?
Yes.
And I'm assuming you're aiming for that top 6 spot. So
Yeah.
if the training pays off and you hit that, do you think you're going to be able to get over and actually compete in person?
I really hope to, because I mean, England, it's not too far away, and I'm really hoping.
Yeah, well, I think we're hoping for you as well because it is tough with these sort of all the unknown elements that COVID has brought with it. But I think it would be really great if we get some international flavor at this competition as well. So we're counting on you for that. So, how's your training and preparation gone then? Because obviously we've all been locked down, but you are still locked down. How's that affected the training and the things you've been doing to prepare for this competition and just your general training?
I think at first it was quite difficult to get on training and like the whole preparation. But now when you're quite in your flow, it's like you have a little bit more time, I think, because you can just go into the gym, which is just, I mean, some meters away from where I'm sitting at the moment. And you have like more time to do like gymnastics and to focus on stuff you need to focus on. So at this point, it's quite good to have this opportunity. But I would love to go into the gym again and see the whole community, because I think with training, it's just like, everybody forces you to do your best and to give your best in training. And I think that's also a really important point. But I think training is going quite well at home too.
Do you find having something like the Teen Championships as a kind of goal and something you're working towards, is that helping to motivate you to train on those days when maybe you're just not feeling up to it?
Yeah, I think so, because you're just like, oh I could work on this movement, or this one needs to I need to improve a bit. And when you're like seeing the goal in front of you, you're like, that's a point where I can show off my effort at training. So I think that's quite good when you have a goal to in front of you.
Yeah, great. So I've got another question for you, because you mentioned when you started CrossFit, you were like the only young one there, right? That was 5 years ago. Are there any kind of friends of yours similar age, or people that you train with now similar age, or are you still quite, because you said it was like a small gym, so are you still the youngest and sort of a little bit on your own in that kind of age division?
So it's like two friends of mine, they are both 18. They joined training with me, so they're like in the gym 2 days with me. And yeah, like sometimes there are younger ones, but they are just like, yeah, I take a look at it. I come one time or so with my parents. But like really consistent, it's really few. So I think our group of three, it's like the consistent ones. And yeah, then they're most grown-ups.
So do you find something like the, again, think of the teen championships, we're talking about that kind of teen community that you can get there, even if it is kind of only through social media and things like that. But is that then something that you value when you do these kind of competitions, that you get to meet like-minded?
So yeah, it's really amazing when you have those competitions where you meet the girls and even boys like from Europe. Sometimes even some international ones are there too. And yeah, it's really great when you have those opportunities to meet like-minded people who are training too, when you don't have them in your own gym.
Yeah, I guess that's got to be kind of something that really spurs you forward, because I'm going to say the thing that I know people that are kind of 16 hate to hear. That is, you're still very young. So I know you don't feel that young, but you're still young, which means you've got, the whole kind of future ahead of you within CrossFit and competition and things like that. And I'm sure you've got other things going on in your life as well. But what goals do you have, over the next couple of years then within at least the CrossFit world?
So for me, I don't know. It's just like I'm having really, really great fun at doing CrossFit, and I hope to continue like this, and also going on competitions. But yeah, I don't have like the goals to just kind of, I don't know, um, place first one or go to the games. I'm just really having fun, and yeah, I think the rest is coming with it, but it also makes really, really great fun to be on the competition floor. And yeah.
So here's a question for you then. Do you find that helps you when you're competing? The fact that you are just there for a good time, do you feel that sort of not putting that much pressure on yourself, not having kind of those expectations, do you think that actually helps you when you're on the floor competing, that you can kind of be a bit more relaxed?
I don't know. On the one side, it's like you're a little bit more relaxed because you don't have any pressure. But on the other side, it's like kind of when you have a goal you want to reach, it's like, yeah, you really give everything you have for that goal to accomplish it. And with it, like, yeah, just having fun. Um, I think sometimes it's like you need a little bit more motivation on the competition floor to just give everything, for that goal.
Okay, follow-up question, because I have a feeling that even though you sort of say you're just having fun with it and you're enjoying it, when you hear 3, 2, 1, go, are you still just having fun, or are you trying to win that workout?
I think it's in this moment, it's really like you are in your tunnel, you're very concentrated, and then it's like, yeah, you really give a lot to be very good in this workout. Yeah, I think it's like, yeah, I think you can never have just fun on the competition floor. There's always the motivation to give really, really good or your best in the workout. But yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I think this is all just a kind of the persona you put across is like, I'm just there to have fun. I'm having a good time. But I had a feeling that as soon as it comes down to it, that killer instinct kicks in and you're just ready to destroy the workout. So if we just take a step back from CrossFit, because particularly as you sort of said, you're kind of the only one doing it in your age group, and I imagine you go out and do stuff with your friends. What kind of other things are then going on in your life apart from CrossFit? What are some of your hobbies or interests?
So I'm also doing track and field. And yeah, it's like they're um, they're really the same two persons who are doing CrossFit with me are also doing track and field with me. But yeah, there are also my friends, and yeah, of course, I'm at school, so there's also a big part. But yeah, doing CrossFit, doing track and field, and yeah.
What are your go-to events in track and field?
I'm doing like the 100 meters, the long jump, and also I think you say shot put.
Yeah.
For like throwing the like little circle with
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 curly arms, and yeah, these 3 things basically.
I feel like there's a massive transfer between those things and CrossFit as well, because within CrossFit you've got the running, not always so much sprinting in workouts. Usually it's kind of 2, 4, 600-meter sort of runs within a workout, but occasionally sprinting is there, especially at like the games. I guess the explosive power for like shot put, it's just like a kettlebell, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I mean box jumps. That's what I'm thinking for broad jumps, with your long jump. So basically, when you're not doing CrossFit, you're just doing other exercise with a different name, but that's got a lot of similarities to CrossFit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, which would explain how just having fun is allowing you to actually compete at quite a high level in these competitions as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I've analyzed you now through this conversation. I've got a good idea of what's going on here. Brilliant. So so have you got any kind of goals that you are like? Is there anything that you're like, yeah, this is what I'd like to achieve? Maybe with this year. So with the British Teen Championships, what would be like? Is the ultimate goal to get top 6 and get to come over, or are you maybe aiming for a podium spot? What's your goal this year?
So my goal would really be to get into those top 6 and come over to England and throw down there. I mean, like podium would be nice, of course, but yeah.
I mean, if you make it into the top 6, statistically, you've got a good chance to be
Yeah,
top
that's
3.
true.
Just need to be in the top half, but it's quite a competitive field that you'll be in then, because
Yeah.
you kind of aged up into the we're really serious about CrossFit age group. So
Yeah, that's true.
well, it's been really lovely speaking to you. I appreciate your zooming in all the way from Germany. That's
Yeah. So, thank you for having me.
and well, I really hope that it goes well for you. I hope your training can keep going, even though it is at home. I know that it's easy to lose that motivation, but hopefully being signed up for this competition is going to give you that drive you need to keep training. Hopefully we'll get to see you in person, maybe in Southampton. That would be wonderful. And yeah, all the best with your training, and hopefully the lockdown will end soon where you are and you can get back into a gym and have some fun just throwing down with some of the local box members as well.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you too.
And thank you everyone for watching this. So don't forget to like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel so you'll be able to see who we'll be interviewing next as part of the British Teen Championships preview series.